Hey my YouTube friends, well today I want to change it up a little bit, and the best way that I can teach you guys to expire. So let's say you get home from work and you're completely tired. Well, I'm Hispanic and I'm Mexican, and in our house we were always doing everything the traditional way, homemade, everything from scratch. And I was like, you know what, now that I'm older, it's like I'm too tired to come home and cook everything from scratch. So I learned this recipe from a friend who sent it to me, and I love it. So I got this chicken. It's lemon pepper. I got it at Walmart. It's like $4 something, and it's a really, really good chicken. And so what I'm gonna do is shred it and make enchiladas with it. It's a great way to make enchiladas, tacos, or whatever it is, or just cut it up and serve it and eat it just that way. So come on into my kitchen and come on in and cook with me, Miss Dinky. So I just got done washing my hands, and you need a bowl to shred your meat into, so that's it. Let's get started. And I like to let it cool down just a little bit, because sometimes this chicken can still be hot in the inside and kind of cool on top, so you can kind of still get burnt. But what I like about this chicken is that it's juicy, it's tender, so it's just quick and easy. And I make my enchiladas in a casserole, so what better way? So I like to shred it. Sometimes I like to taste not so much the skin, but there's just so much bone sometimes in some of these. So here it is, guys. I remember my grandmother used to make this with, like, when she made it fresh, with like her own enchilada sauce. When she made 2 different kinds. She made one for the kids that was sweet, kind of salty. It was like, it wasn't spicy. It had like a kick to it, but it was just very mild. But it was sweet. It's almost like a candy flavor. And then she would make one for the adults that the sauce was very spicy. It was like very delicious. I loved it. I grew up always asking her, can you make me? Now that she's been passed away for 14 years, it's kind of like, ugh. Like when you need your grandmother, you know, it's like, oh, I wish she wasn't dead. Because sometimes you just wish you can. Okay, so some of the meat. Some of this has a lot of the flavor. Usually the skin is a lot of the flavor, so try to leave it all the way to the bone, to where there's no meat on the bone. Your hands can get very messy though, that's for sure. That's the only thing I don't like is, usually I wear gloves, but I wash my hands, so we should be good. This is one of my favorite dishes growing up because it reminds me of my country. It reminds me of my grandma. My other grandma, my dad's mom, used to make it from scratch too. But what I missed a lot most about her is that she would make this chicken into a mole. And she would make the homemade chicken from scratch. And she would make her mole from scratch. And she made the best mole you can, oh my God. It was just the bomb. My aunt knows the recipe of how my grandmother will make the mole, and she taught it to me, but it's just so many ingredients. It's like chocolate, it has peanuts, and one of our family members is allergic to it. So there's a lot of different moles you can make that don't have peanuts, that don't require you to make peanuts. My mom, when she recently went to Mexico, I think it was 2 years ago or last year, she was able to go and visit her family, and my dad got her a special book. It was a book that had different ways to cook mole that were healthier without having to put peanuts, just in case somebody was allergic to peanuts. There were so many. I didn't know that there were so many different moles out there. There was a green type, and there was one that didn't require chocolate. It was just lots of different. And my mom made one, and it was so delicious that everybody my family who doesn't like mole ended up asking her to remake it because it was so good. So now that we got our chicken all the way done, see, sometimes you gotta improvise. As a working mother, you gotta learn to improvise. And mostly all our meat's gone. All that's left is pretty much the fat. And we'll have some of that. Now we got this chunk right here. And it falls off so easily that what I like to do is just let it fall into the bowl, and then I shred it once I'm done. I don't like to put too much of the skin on there, but if you do, that's perfectly fine. It's how you like it. So then what I do is I go ahead and make sure I didn't leave anything that still had meat on it. I double check. Mostly everything is gone. See how it's just bone now? It's all just bone. I close it so that, because it's summertime, flies will automatically attract that. Go back and shred it and make sure there's no like hard bones in here, because you don't want to chew on your enchilada and then all of a sudden it'll be like okay. Now that the meat's all shredded, I will go ahead and wash my hands and clean my area one more time. So, that's about pretty much all of it. Then I like to come in this rag, already sprayed some Clorox on there, so that way I can just clean your station as you go, so it's not messy and you don't have to work hard. It's about working smart, not harder. That's how I like to work. Clean my station. Okay, now we're gonna preheat the oven to 350. And I like to use a pan like this. And I'm gonna layer it with oil, just a little bit of oil on the bottom so that the tortillas doesn't stick out. But I gotta clean out the oven first. people like to add onions to theirs, so I do that at the top at the end. So, alright, now get all the ingredients out. I like to change it up just a little bit. We're going to use a little bit of grated cheese, which is, this is, oh my god, Gouda cheese, but it is smoked Gouda. Smoked Gouda is extremely delicious. So, okay, let me turn that on. 350, set that aside. And now what I'm gonna do is just add a little oil to the pan so that nothing won't stick. Do is just kind of like smear it on there. Well, my oven is preheating to 350. You don't want it too hot. It will just cook just fine because you gotta remember the chicken is already cooked. You just wanna, what you mainly wanna cook is just the sauce so that it can get the flavor with the tortilla and just melt the cheese and everything so they can all blend together. Wash my hands like that. So then I'm gonna get my set of tortillas. And I gotta open my can too, so give me 1 second. Alright. So, my bag. I have a friend who makes these, and she adds bacon to it. Believe it or not, she likes the crunchiness that the bacon gives it and the flavor, so she calls them crazy enchiladas. However, you want to get soup, so there, I just layer them one by one in the pan. Now we go easy go home. You can do them cold or you can preheat them just a little bit with tortillas so that, but because I'm not gonna fold them up or anything, I'm just gonna leave them like this. So let me be right back. So this is the sauce that I like to use just in case I don't have time to make my own. And then we're just going to use this type of cheese, Kirkland. So what I like to do is I like to sprinkle a good amount of ginger. I love cheese. So what we're going to do, and then some sauce. So, sprinkle generous amount. Okay, now that we did that, what we're going to do is we're just going to go like that, cover it, and put a layer on top of each one, and that should be it. Okay, and we'll layer it like that. And then another layer like that. So, and I'll show you guys at the end how it's supposed to look like. This is, I call it my lazy enchiladas. My mom doesn't really like that I do this. It's a quick, easy, and effective way though. It's very fast, effective. And then if you like onion, you can add onion to this. Okay. So now that we got some of that settled, I'm gonna add one more layer. I believe, yeah, one layer each, and I'm gonna have to buy. This is the only reason why I don't necessarily like doing this, because you take up a lot of tortillas. But other than that, it's not bad. Then at the end, you just go all over. And I kind of made a mess, but that's okay. Kind of go all over. And I'll show you guys in a minute how it's supposed to look. So, this is how it looks like when it's all done. And now I just need to cut it and stir it up with a nice fresh salad. So as you wait for that quesadilla, sorry guys, as you wait for the crazy lazy enchiladas, that's what I call them, because I add a lot of sauce and I add a lot of cheese to it. That's why I call them crazy. But once you are completely done, you leave them in there for 30 minutes. And after 30 minutes, you can take them out and eat and enjoy. So I'll show you the finished product too once it's done. So, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please hit the subscribe button below. And I hope you guys have enjoy these videos. Let me know if you guys would like me to do more easy videos like this to show you guys. This is all under $5, so $5 meals. So there you have it, guys. As you can tell, I like to clean as I go, so that every dish that I do, that's a key thing too. I don't end up having to do a million dishes, and my kitchen's still spotless and it doesn't look dirty. And you don't have guests going, "Oh my God, what happened to your kitchen?" How the ending process looks when you're done completely. As you can tell, I made a mess, but I can clean it up. So, which is fine. If you make a mess, that's fine. You just clean it up. And then we're going to put it in the oven. 350 degrees. Preheated oven. Ugh. So I believe it turned off. There we go. Why did it turn off? I have no clue. But we're going to go ahead and stick it in there anyways. Just like that. Look at that. Then we're going to clean our mess. But there you have it, guys. My crazy, lazy chicken enchiladas.